All right, here he is, Ben Simmons. This one a bit under the radar. I didn't even realize this had happened just until today, but Ben Simmons had been waived by the Nets and he's going to the Los Angeles Clippers. If you see right here, Ben Simmons said he's ready to play at a high level for LA Clippers after being waived by the Nets. So no worries, LA Clippers fans. He's ready to play at a high level. I'm not sure, probably play some Call of Duty at a high level or something like that, but I don't so much know about basketball. But here he is, though. So we'll get into the article here. Yeah, he had been waived by Brooklyn. So basically, it's kind of an embarrassing look for a player, in my opinion, because they basically said, here's the rest of your money on your contract for this year. Just go ahead and get out of here. We don't even want you around the practice facility or whatever. We don't want you to basically stay with the team for the remainder of the season because he's just not making a large impact. I still think he can play some basketball, but we'll get to it in a second. It seems like it's more of a mental thing for Ben Simmons than a frame thing, like a physicality thing or a skills thing, because he has all of those things, to be a good basketball player. But we'll get right here into the article. Real quick, too, I'm at a big 17 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 20 by the end of the day, and YouTube said they're going to send me a diamond ring if I can get there. So right here, Ben Simmons opened a new chapter with the Clippers on Tuesday. He was the number one pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Comment below what you think, but I remember when Ben Simmons first got drafted, of course, he's like 6'10". He was still younger back then. It was almost 10 years ago now, but he was really good. LeBron James was his comparison. It's kind of unfair to compare a player to LeBron James because he's the second best player of all time, in my opinion. But, just with his skill set and his size, that was kind of the comparison. And it made a little bit of sense on some level because, he's 6'10". He can handle the ball. He was an amazing passer back then. I'm sure he still is. It just depends on, if his mind is really in the game. But yeah, he went number one back then. He says, I feel great, ready to go. Just want to play basketball at a high level. And I feel like that's something that's going to happen here. He's making jokes about Ben Simmons playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. But, I do hope he can get his game right and kind of get his mind right to play at a high level like he's saying. It hasn't happened now for the last, at least 6 or 7 years. Because I remember his rookie year, his sophomore season, he was very good. But again, hopefully he can get his mentality right because whenever it was, everyone remembers when he passed up on that wide open dunk. And, I'm sure I've never played in the NBA. I'm sure a lot of us haven't. I'm sure it's tough to have like mental problems being around a gigantic crowd of people. In my opinion, I feel like I would have just dunked the ball being a big old 6'10" dude, but I've never been in the situation, so you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough to deal with mental problems like that more than physical problems. But anyways, though, it said he's in a good mindset, wants to play high level basketball for the Clippers. Right here, he says it's easier when teams are transparent and understand who you are and what you need and how the team can help and how I can help the team. I feel comfortable. I know most of the guys on the team. I feel like that quote was kind of interesting. It's easier when teams are transparent and understand who you are and what you need, how the team can help you. He just didn't put the you at the end of that, and how I can help the team. So this is kind of the mentality I feel like that has held Ben Simmons back in his career. He's saying, he mentions you, so basically mentions himself and how the team can help himself 3 times, then just mentions one time how he can help the team. Comment below what you think. I just thought it was a kind of interesting quote because, Ben Simmons, he kind of has always been, I guess self-centered and focused on himself. I feel like he's been one of those players that doesn't so much love basketball. He just loves what the basketball lifestyle provides for him. Because he came in, played good his rookie season, got his big money contract, and then he's honestly just never been the same since. And again, I don't know if that's if he's just lazy and doesn't want to be great and doesn't want to play basketball, or if he actually does, have some mental blockade that's really affecting him And again, if he does, I hope he gets himself right mentally. Yeah, right there. Defensively, it's a lot different when you're on the court with a lot of vets. Will be unique having a lot of guys like that on the court. It's not going to take long to get a feel for each other on the floor. I guess we'll see how Ben Simmons fits in and, what his attitude and play style is like. He's also playing with Patty Mills, so he's known Patty since he was young. He was born in Melbourne. Says it's cool having a familiar face and Patty there to play with. Um, yeah, down here, injury problems, mostly due to lower back nerve damage, have limited him. Made it through just half of the 2022-2023 season. Only played 15 games last season. But yeah, right here. So yeah, Simmons played in 33 of the Nets' 52 games this season. He started 24 games. So the availability is pretty terrible, to be honest. He only played in not even half of the 52 games this season. But again, he's trying to get better from the nerve damage in his back. I think that's been a story with him for a long time, is the nerve damage and things like that. I don't know if there's a way to get that repaired, if there's like a surgery for nerve damage or, rehabilitation. I'm sure there's some way you can make it better, but it's a tricky thing. It's not easy to get better from something like that, to be fair to Ben Simmons. But yeah, he averaged 6 points, 7 assists, and I think he averaged 7 rebounds as well. I don't see his exact minutes right here, but it's not crazy, but it's solid stats. I mean, if you saw a rookie averaging that, you'd say, man, this rookie has a lot of promise. They're putting up 6 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. We can mold this guy, develop this guy's jump shot and turn him into possibly a superstar player. And that's what people saw in Ben Simmons when he was a rookie. They saw, his vast skill set. I think as a rookie, he was something like 18 points a game, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds, or something like that. Maybe even 8 assists and 8 rebounds, something around there. So, when you see an all-around stat line like that and see him consistently doing that as a rookie, that's what people had in mind. But now he's 9 years into his NBA career, so I wouldn't say he can't get better. But based on his history, he's never been a hard worker from the outside looking in. His jump shot hasn't gotten any better, and he hasn't developed at all as a player since entering the NBA. So that's where it makes it kind of tough seeing him and thinking he's gonna progress now when he hasn't progressed. The whole 9 years he's in the NBA, he hasn't added anything to his game. So it's tough to believe anything is going to change now. But yeah, anyway, he got waived by the Nets. Blah blah. Ty Lue said it's going to take a little time as far as rotations go, stuff like that. He's up for the challenge, talking about Ben Simmons, saying they view him as a point guard first. Ben Simmons says the same thing. That's truly my position. I see the floor. I want to get guys easy buckets and control the pace. On the defensive end, I want to be a dog. I want to be able to get stops and put pressure on the ball. Oh, man. You're just kind of saying all the right things again. Again, comment below what you think. I can't say that Ben Simmons doesn't want to be great, because who knows? Again, maybe there's some mental blockades. If it is a mental thing, I hope he gets the help and gets better from that, if that is what it is. But again, he's been in the league 9 years. He's never developed anything into his game. So whether it's been a mental thing or if it's a physical thing, he hasn't got that help he's needed the past 9 years. So again, comment below what you think, if he's just not trying to improve himself and not putting, work ethic into improving his game in the off season. Because again, his jumper hasn't developed at all, in 9 years. If he was working at it, he would have shown some improvements in his game. So I wouldn't say it's 100% this thing or this thing. I think it's a combination of he does have some mental blockades, that he needs to kind of get over and get help with. And then I think he also doesn't have the best work ethic, and a combination of those two things, you know what I mean? It doesn't lead to him improving and becoming what we were hoping he would be when he came in the NBA. But anyway, Ben Simmons down here, I think everyone's just going to push each other. and be better and expect greatness. That's my expectation. So, oh no, Nacho Night. My bad, guys. The commercial started playing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He's just saying all the right things right now. Here he is in his Nets jersey again, but yeah, he's just saying all the right things. Want to come in and be a dog on defense and control the pace, handle the ball, and apply pressure and all these things. But comment below what you think. Like I said again, I don't think it's 100% his mental blockade. I don't think it's 100% his like lack of work ethic. I think it's a combination of those two things. And overall, it's just not a good combination of things. And again, Ben Simmons hasn't shown any improvement in his game over his whole career, just to be completely honest. So please comment below what you think about Ben Simmons joining the Clippers and just about his career as a whole. Please like and subscribe if you finished the video too, and we'll see y'all next time.